Hello everyone, I'm Pallavi from India and looking at the kind of immigration mess that we are witnessing globally, I recorded a video and I have addressed it to the highest authorities like the International Court of Justice, European Union, Mr. Tom Homan and the judiciary of my country. I support the decisions taken by President Trump and I have also initiated with a non-violent movement. And this movement is for everyone. People irrespective of their caste, creed and nationality, they can be a part of it. It's a choice. And if you wish to watch the video, the link is in the description. So, even the International Court of Justice has risen concern on the topic of climate change. People from my country, right from the sacred mountains of Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Himalayas, to the crowded cities and the remotest villages, they are becoming one voice. It's not only in India but people around the world, they feel that all these climate disasters they are used as a tool to harm our resources, where the native landers, farmers, and animals have suffered miserably. We have also seen that the indigenous people they became violent during the protest in Brazil, where the climate summit was taking place. Their anger is justified, people, because yes, they were betrayed. Now, I do not want to call myself as an activist because I haven't contributed anything significant to this field yet. Still, I wish to speak my heart out. If you remember, we all have written essays in our schools on the topic of environment. And then one fine day, the scientists discovered that the glaciers around the world they are melting. It became a global news. Then these scientists and authorities they introduced us to a term called as global warming. The reason being the temperature of the earth was rising and it could be extremely dangerous for all of us. It doesn't matter which country we come from, but then we have only one planet to share. Now, this didn't affect that one genius who thought, big deal. Even if anything disastrous happened, we still have a planet called Mars where we can live happily. It's difficult to convince this gentleman that not everybody thinks like him. So, ever since this term was introduced, essays were written in school, colleges, and universities. Competitions and seminars were held. If you remember, this was also the time when people started to talk a lot about aerosols and ozone layer. But let's accept, nothing phenomenal happened. I mean, the glaciers didn't stop melting. In fact, the situation became more worse. But the real difference was seen only when people collectively or individual efforts were taken to transform the situation. For instance, people came together and they transformed an entire barren land into lush green forest. Or somebody thought of creating an ice stupa, an engineering marvel one of its kind. I'm talking about Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. He doesn't need any introduction today. When this was done, the temperatures were monitored and the difference could be seen in the entire ecology. And then I wonder why this term global warming was switched to climate change. And ever since this was done, the situation became more disastrous. I mean, the same drill continued. The essays were written in school, colleges, and university. And by this time, we all advanced a little bit more with technology. So, websites were introduced. We all became vocal on social media. People came out on the streets holding huge banners where it was written, climate change is real. And we all collectively believed it because the disasters were seen everywhere. This was also the time when suddenly a lot of dark realities they surfaced related to wildlife and environment. But during this distress, nobody tried to question those people who were trying to fidget with the sun, or nobody tried to question the accountability of the public funded money which was pumped in research. Pandemic changed a lot for all of us. This was a time I decided to slow down a bit. And one fine day, I was simply reading an essay written by a student. and I came across this term again, climate change. Somehow, I didn't feel connected with this term. I thought it should be changed to climate restoration because restoration is a word which resonates best with the indigenous people. They are the children of forest, they know how to take care of it. This was also the time when people were talking a lot about affirmations, the power of words. Now, I simply want you all to imagine that somebody has asked for your consent. It could be an interior of a room or a dress which your sibling or a spouse is wearing. Say you do not like it, and at once you say it's better that they should change it. Change is a word which is used when we disapprove to something which is already present. And then I thought, in a way, did we all collectively affirm that Mother Nature, whatever arrangements you have made for us, we kind of, disapprove to it? It's better you change all these arrangements. I told you I simply wanted to speak my heart out. See, I come from an agrarian culture, and ever since this term was introduced, we started using a lot of GMOs. The food didn't taste the same. The weather was becoming more and more erratic. NGOs were complaining how the women and children they suffered due to climate change. There was excessive migration that was taking place. So if you call yourself as environmentalists, shamans, healers, pranic healers, then I simply want you to write down on a sheet of paper these two terms, climate change and climate restoration. And being completely aware of whatever we are witnessing, try to feel these words. See which term you have more acceptability for, whether it is climate change or climate restoration. And you can share it with the world if you want to. Thank you.